I'm back, and today I'm going to be telling you how to unlock the Melanistic skin in Day of Dragons. So if you missed the kickstarting campaign a few years ago, some of the content in the game will be quite hard to access. But the good news for those people, which include me, is that most of all of the dragons will actually be accessible in some way. And also it includes that all the dragon skins will also be available. So you'll be able to get almost all of the dragons by nesting, but that doesn't include the hybrid dragon. And also you will be able to get all of the skins by nesting as well. However, since the hybrids cannot actually be nested, the combination of Kickstarter exclusive skins and hybrid dragons will be the only 100% exclusive content for the Kickstarter supporters. So the hybrid and all of the other dragons, which the only one that doesn't follow this rule is the bioluminescent dragon, they will all be unlockable in some way in the game if you complete some kind of task, obviously when that's gonna be introduced later. So when you're gonna be able to unlock that dragon, that will only be per server, so if you go on another server you'll have to do all of that again. And currently there's only one item that you can actually unlock in the game, which is this Melanistic skin. So if you're a Kickstarter, you'll be able to just select that skin in the spawn menu, but everybody else has to unlock it. So the first version of the beta, when it was released, it was very easy to get this skin. You just needed to get nested as a Melanistic skin, and that was it. The option would become available in the spawn menu, and you would just be able to choose it anytime. But a few updates later, it was quite obvious that that method does not work anymore. And now everybody was trying to figure out how to get this skin. But the problem is, everybody would only get it after they would die. And they're like, okay, so, because you know, you live usually kind of a long time, and it's hard to notice what exactly you did that unlocked it. So there were a bunch of theories, like eating black bugs. And then later, when the boss bug mount was introduced, people claimed that like if you ate those bugs, it would give you the skin. Since everybody kind of discovered that they had the skin only after dying, it was kind of logically concluded that, oh, you probably need to die in the process to get that skin. I also joined into this whole thing. Oh my god, this whole investigation, it took so long. Unfortunately, all of that was in vain, and people just lost interest and the experiment stopped. But then, just before Christmas, the lead developer, Jal, actually explained how to unlock the Melanistic skin on one of the discussions on Patreon. So he repeated that on a test server, and I was lucky enough to be there and ask him some questions, because it was obvious that there's still some things that we didn't know about this. So first thing he said was that you need to grow an iconic dragon to an adult, and we said that we tried that many times, it didn't work. Then he replied that there are some things that can reset the process, like for example if you're being grown by an admin, so you need to grow up naturally. Then I replied that we didn't use any of those like grow ups and stuff. So then he said spawn a new dragon in the world with iconic skin and grow it to an adult naturally. People confirmed that they also did that, still didn't work. People were wondering if there's some other things that can reset it, and he also said that you need to grow it all at once, like you can't log out. You need to log in with the dragon, with the iconic skin, and stay on the server until you're an adult. And we thought, that's it, that must be it, this is the one part of the information we didn't know, so we tried that, and he also confirmed that it doesn't matter which species you do it with, it can be the Shadow Scale or the Acid Spitter, which are the current dragons in the game. And we tried it, and it still didn't succeed. It was like, okay, what are we missing? So every now and then somebody would be like, oh yeah, I unlocked it, but when somebody else tried to follow the instructions, it just didn't work. And once again, the motivation was lost, and the experiment stopped. And then recently, on one of the developer hangouts, Ja explained a very small but so important detail for this. You need to get nested as an iconic, not get spawned in. You can't just choose iconic, spawn in, and do all of the other stuff. No, you need to get nested as the most basic skin. You can just choose it in the spawn menu. It's like, why would anybody get nested as that? It's not even good for camouflage, so even if you just want to use like some skin from the spawn menu, you probably wouldn't use the iconic one, especially for the shadow scale. I'm guessing that's why we couldn't figure it out, because this maybe was small, but god, oh my god, it was so hard to figure out. I mean, we didn't figure it out, he had to say it. So like, that's just ridiculous. So I'll repeat all of the steps one more time if you lost track. So first, you need to get nested, as an iconic. You need the iconic skin to get Nesta. That's ridiculous. So then you need to grow naturally without any admin interventions. So you can't ask somebody to grow you up. You can't log out until you become an adult, which means you'll need to stay on the server for quite a while. And then log out, and you can check the spawn menu for dragons that you don't have on the server. You can even see the new skin on the Flamestalker, which is not in the game yet, but that's interesting. And also, I'm not saying that this is like a ridiculous process, I'm saying it's ridiculously hard. And you know what's even funnier? This is like one of the easier tasks. Like, they said that like in the future, the tasks will be much harder than this, so I feel like it'll probably take like years to figure some things out or something. So it took me 1 hour and 36 minutes to grow an acid spitter to an adult, which confirms what I said in my previous video about the updated Elder Dragon guide, where the growth time was reduced by 20%. Previously, the growth time for the acid spitter was around 2 hours, now it's less. And you can also see how both of these dragons look with this new skin. Anyways, that would be pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.